Hey, guess what? We got renewed for a second season, y'all. Yeah, woo!
Yeah, alright, get some. Yeah.
I'll do something in editing with some streamers or something, some fanfare or something. Hit that in editing. So, how's everybody doing? It's been a minute, hasn't it? I haven't been releasing these nearly as frequently as I used to. There's no particular reason other than I just been busy. Like, I've been busy. Like, I've been bitty. Like, life's hard, y'all. There's been a lot of things that have been going on, personally and professionally. When I say a lot of things personally, don't think that I've gone through absolute torment. However, that's not to say that there haven't been some issues here, there, and everywhere. Everything, for the most part, is fine. I'm fine, thanks for asking. But I mean, there's always some sort of family something and just working and this and that and the other, and it's just it takes a lot out of you. And it's not like putting these shows together is something that I can just do in a few spare minutes when I just have some time or anything. I mean, it takes some effort. So I've been tired. I've been I've been bitty. I've been just trying to make it, trying to make it. So I've made it. Clearly, here I sit. But there's been a lot of things happening, a lot of things, and I get it. Like a lot of people seem to be in kind of a bad way right now for all kinds of reasons. Like I said, life is hard. Life will tenderize you in the worst possible ways sometimes. Life do things to you. It likes to hurt you. It likes to make you work for it, and it ain't always pretty, and it ain't always real groovy. And that's an issue which I can talk about on another day. And I've alluded to before that a lot of times we kind of get into this notion that there's a perfect life or whatever, a perfect life. And if we don't live it the way that it's portrayed in various movies or television shows or whatever, then we don't want no part of it. We just tend to kick it away. And that's how a lot of things that we get committed to, I think, get sort of skirted around because it's too hard. But no, I mean, here's the deal. I mean, there's been a lot of things going on. It is what it is. Here we are now, just kind of talking about stuff. I mean, that's why we're here, right? To talk about stuff. Think of me, think of this like a fireside chat. Think of this like me just telling you about how everything's going to be okay. Even when you think it's not, everything's going to be all right. You just sit right there tight in that chair and let me tell you about how the world is going to be okay. How the sun will rise again tomorrow. How even though there is the bleakest night around you, the dawn is coming just over the horizon. It's always darkest just before that dawn, and sometimes it can seem like it just gets darker and darker. But trust me, there is a dawn a-coming. There is a light that will break through that darkness. Whatever your personal light is, whatever your personal retribution, whatever your personal new comeuppance will be, it will be there. You just gotta wait for it. You gotta work for it. So here we are, just chatting about, small things like that. I've noticed a lot of fighting. Y'all fight a lot. Y'all over there fighting. I don't do good in conflict. I know. I put up airs like I like to go to blows with people. I don't. I like sleeping. I like my easy chair to pop up on the feet, and my dog is there at my feet, and we just watch football for hours on end. That's the kind of life I like to live. I'm not into MMA. I don't like to watch people mug each other. It's just not who I am as a person. But it's still there's so much fighting, and there's so much just hating right now. And see, I'm looking at all this, and it sucks, man. It just sucks. Now, I don't consider myself an empathetic. Easy for me to say. I don't consider myself an empathetic person whatsoever. I don't give a damn what happens to most people. but I'm not heartless either. You know, I care a little. You can fill in the blank, whatever it is that I'm going to say I'm wrong, because even if you agree with me, even if you think the same thing that I think, if I didn't say it the same way that you said it, I'm wrong. And that's kind of the way that we approach a lot of things now. And a lot of times when we do the arguing on social media and everything, that's how we sort of do the approach. And I think what it is, honestly, if you want my opinion on other people's opinions, we are more about the zinger and about the zippy one liner than we are about the actual message. And that's kind of my biggest fear with the way that we approach these really complicated and very tangled issues, is that we try to reduce them down. They're not easy issues. They're not simple. They're not easy to tackle. They never have been. They probably never will be. But we try to reduce them. We try to like boil them down into just these very simplistic sort of like, oh well, I said the thing that played up to my audience here of all my followers, so clearly I'm right and you're wrong, outsider into our realm of this particular think tank, which, shoe on the other foot, you could be the person in that think tank that thinks the other way. And that's always my biggest concern, like I said, is that whatever you believe, whatever it is, you know, you're not going to change somebody else's opinion that they've had for years just because of that zippy one liner on Facebook or whatever. If you send out that fabulous tweet that really just socks it to the president or to the NFL or to any given political or who the hell ever is the target of your personal ire that day, you're not going to suddenly change the world with that one little zinger. It's just not going to happen. You know, imagine a nice steak dinner, and this is for you omnivores out there. A nice steak dinner, some nice thick cut of your choice of black Angus beef steak, a nice sirloin or what have you, seared to perfection, spiced just right in that perfect temperature. Once you cut to that crust, it's like warm butter. And then over here you have a baked potato with butter and sour cream and chives, bacon, cheese, eggs, whatever it is you like on your potato, and some sauteed vegetables, because this is how we saute vegetables, right? And then you go out and you get the garbage can lid and you turn it upside down and plop all these food items on that and then say, here you go, eat up. It's not so appetizing now, is it? It's not so much, I don't think, that people have an issue with the thing that other people say. Although, like I said, you're not just going to make everybody just suddenly agree with you and, oh yeah, I've been thinking wrong for years. Shoot, you're right. Damn, what was I thinking? You know, it's like when Fonzie backs the bully in the corner and says, now, you listen here, bucko, this is what you're going to do, and gives him the finger to the face or whatever like that. It's not like that IRL, y'all. You're not going to be able to just tell people how they're going to think and feel for the rest of their life, even if it's fundamentally wrong or whatever. It's just tain't gonna happen. When we, give these sort of insulting, sort of like hateful sort of remarks, very haphazardly wrapped around what might legitimately be a good idea, because we're trying to play up to our followers or the people in our comment section who are in our corner, who got our back, like, I'm about to show this guy over here, right? It's all you're doing is you're just making that other person build up a wall, and they're not actually listening to anything you're saying, and that's how you get this volley back and forth, where nobody. It's not even like they're trying to communicate with each other at this point, so much as they're putting on a show for their respective counterparts. And maybe I'm missing the point. Maybe that's what we're supposed to be doing. Maybe that's the idea, is that they're not actually wanting dialogue. Maybe that's the saddest part of this. Maybe people don't actually want dialogue, but I want to believe that people really want change. I want to believe, in my pessimistic, really negative heart, I want to believe that people are trying to infect change. They can't. They don't know how. They just they can't use the proper mouth words. They say things negatively. You use these accusing sort of you statements versus like, I wish that you weren't such an idiot kind of stuff like that. But if we want real true dialogue, we have to offer constructive criticism. We can't start a thing saying, well, I believe, and then leave it there. We have to put on all the you dumb so and so, blankety blank, blank, blank. And then it just turns into the war. And it's like, millennials, right? And I was like, laugh track or whatever. I mean, let's stop. I mean, if you're not actually adding any real like tangible benefit to the world when you speak, then why are you talking? Why are you talking? You know, I mean, humans breathe oxygen, and you're just putting more carbon dioxide out into the air. Now, maybe the plants like that may be good. You're recarbonating the trees or whatever, but it's still essentially air pollution to me, and I don't like it. My ear holes are offended, and my brain tubes have to now pick apart all these things that you say, and it's just shut up. Now, see, you feel bad, right? You liked where I was going. You was picking up what I was putting down, and then all of a sudden, I kind of laid into that thing, and then I don't. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. We're never going to affect real, true dialogue if we're too busy trying to play up to people who agree with us. We live in various regions or work with like minded people, so it's always easy to talk to people who agree with us. But when we talk to people who disagree with us, or maybe not even disagree with us so much as just have differing opinions, but we can all sort of be open to how people act, maybe we can actually get somewhere. It's always easy to sort of say what you would do and say in a certain situation. Then when you get there, you realize, oh crap, it's not actually like that now that I'm here with one of these types of people. It doesn't take much just to be a decent human being. I mean, I learned, let me rephrase that, I was taught at a very young age that you don't have to get along with everybody. You don't have to agree or support everybody's lifestyle. There's a difference between, there's a marked difference between supporting something wholeheartedly, hating something with the utmost vitriol, and then being in this nice little middle space where you're not even really in the middle so much as you're on your own little third island over here where it's like you don't care. You know, as long as nobody's getting hurt, what does it matter to me? I still get up and go to work and do my thing every morning the same way that I've done and will do for some time, regardless of how these people feel about these things, or regardless of who gets married to whom or whom does what in what society to whatever end. It's just, you can get along without agreeing with everything that somebody else does. It's just very simple, very straightforward sort of concept. So, long story short, keep it above the belt. Let's be nice to each other. We're all here. We're all going through various things. Let's just be okay with each other. Let's just hug it out, metaphorically speaking. If you're not a hugger, let's just be okay with each other. We all got to get through life somehow. So let's just try and make it out on the other side without coming to blows where we can help it. And it's not always going to be this heavy. I didn't come out of retirement just to do this one really heavy video. I plan to have more. I don't know what the schedule is going to be yet, but I actually have some time and energy, most importantly, to do this. So we're going to get around to this. Let me know what you like, though. Let me know what you think. Leave me some feedback here. Throw me some likes. Throw me some dislikes. Don't throw me dislikes. Throw me some comments. Throw some subscribes. Spread the word. Get the word out. Let's see what people like. I'm willing to do some stuff, try some things. I've got some ideas. And, like I said, I got time to give a little more love to it now. So maybe there's something we can do. Maybe we can make this better for you so that you enjoy it more. But you got to let me know first. But I do appreciate you coming here. You didn't have to spend this time with me, but you did, and I appreciate it. So until next time, you have a wonderful night. And hats off to you.